if we could take a moment to, I invite you to close your eyes if you wish. I invite you to close your eyes. If your eyes are open, you can turn your gaze softly to the ground, maybe to a blade of grass. Take a minute to take a deep breath. And notice how the ground feels below you. How is your weight distributed? Which parts of you are touching the earth? What does your posture feel like? You can take a moment to scan your body, to notice for any sensations. Noticing your head, your chest and back, your arms and hands. Are they resting in your lap? Or perhaps you're taking a minute to touch the earth below you. Noticing the sensations in your belly, your legs, your feet. Take a moment to listen to any sounds you might hear. And if your eyes are closed, I invite you to open them. And with open eyes, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths together as a whole camp. When the ball opens, we breathe in. When the ball closes, we breathe out. Breathing in and out. In, out. One more. Out. Good morning and a happy Monday. Happy very first day of activities at camp. Each and every one of you had one mindfulness session last night. Bonus points. Raise your hand if you know what yesterday's theme was for mindfulness. In the strawberry shirt. Do you remember? You want me to come close? You can whisper it. Learning about everybody. What's that? Help now stations. Yep. Happy. Telling what makes you happy. What did we discover about most people here at camp and most people in general? We all want to be happy. Yesterday's theme was exploring happiness. Today's theme is building resilience. What does it mean to be resilient? Yes.
Be resilient means
To be able to push through hard things and to keep going. And we're going to be doing a lot of that at camp, right? Who's got something very brand new on their schedule and they're a little nervous about it? Me too, right? I get really, you probably can't tell, but I get really nervous standing up here each and every time talking to a large group of people. But I'm practicing my resilience, and I practice my resilience when I'm not up here, so that when I do come up here, I'm not freaking out on the inside. So this building resilience, what we're doing now here at camp is building a common language so that we can all talk about things that are difficult for us, and we can also through the week build our tools to build resilience. So we're going to start with all just having an understanding of some basic terminology so that we can use it with each other. Anybody know what this little fuzzy cloud looking thing is? Ophelia.
gray.
Gray. And what is this thingy that runs down the middle? Stripes in the back. Close. This part. There it is. And then all these little fuzzy things that come out into our limbs. in the back? Nerve. What system is this thingy called? Shout it out if you know it. The nervous system. Our nervous system processes our senses. We used them earlier when we were meditating to hear the sounds. Shout out our 5 senses. Name one.
Sight.
Sight. Next one.
Taste.
Taste. Smell. Touch. And hearing. We have 5 senses. And we use our senses to perceive the world, to understand the world around us, and our nervous system processes that. So it takes in information through our nerves to our brain to tell us about the world, but also our brain has a lot of information and can send it out through our nerves as well to help us. So when we're being resilient, you know, my nervous system when I'm up here is saying, freak out, freak out, freak out, because it's scary to talk in front of all these people. But I've used my mindfulness practices enough that my brain says, you don't have to freak out, you're not gonna die. So we use our mindfulness practices to help our nervous system. Now let's take this one down. You feel it in your chest area. Are sensations the same for everyone? No, we can all feel them a little bit different. So we use our sensations, they tell us about our body, they tell us about our experience, and they help us stay resilient, or help us find our resilience if we're starting to lose it. Here at camp, we're going to use an image of what we call the resilient zone, or the OK zone. We're going to model it like this. This is our OK zone. Our OK zone is in the middle. What kind of emotions might go with being okay or resilient? Just regulated. Shaky hand right here. Chill. Chill. I love that word. Let me use a different color. Here. Relaxed. Blue hat. Calm. Looks like yours. What? If this is the high zone, high meaning my emotions have taken over and I don't have any way to stop myself, or it's really hard for me to stop myself, and my emotions are very big. White shirt. Yes. Angry. I love that one. Do you want to be right here? Okay. Don't worry about my bottle. What other high zone emotions? Right here. Happy. What happens if happiness is in the high zone and gets out of control? What would it turn into? Excitement. And if somebody gets too excited, what might happen? They can lose control in a way that might hurt themselves or others. Can you write low zone? The bottom there is our low zone. When I'm feeling things in the low zone, I feel like I'm just below the resilient zone and things just feel heavy. What are some words that exemplify the low zone? Sadness. Right here. Despair. Yes. Discomfort. Drowning. You can feel like you're drowning. Right here. Alone. There are so many words that we could describe any of the zones. We know we're in the high zone when our emotions are so big that we struggle or we need to rely on our tools to get back into the okay zone. And same with the low zone. When we're feeling so low, we're having a hard time moving back up to the okay zone. Scenario where you would be put into the high zone, you're gonna jump up, okay? Throw your voices out. Extra voices make my job really hard. I don't like yelling, so we're gonna do this as quietly as possible. What zone are you in right now?
Okay.
What zone would you be in if you won a game or a competition? What zone would you be in if you are feeling homesick? What zone would you be in at mealtime? What zone would you be in watching a scary movie? Everybody freeze. I see some jumpers, I see some in the middle, and I see some low ones. What do we know about that? What does that mean? I heard it over here. Mika, did you say it? Oh, go for it. Say it again. Everyone's different. Isn't that the cool thing? Everybody's tall and strong. Who can raise their hand and tell me what they might do if they were in the high zone or the low zone? Bonus points if you remember something from yesterday. Who have I not called on? Veronica.
They would be in okay zone.
They would. How would we get there? If you were not in the okay zone, what would you do?
I would lay down and squish something like Squishmallow or hug something like my mom.
You would hug something or squish something. I love that. Yes.
Sometimes I would feel something.
Sometimes you would feel, yeah. Oh, use touch like we did yesterday? I love that. What about you, my friend? Yes? Counting! Did you remember that one from yesterday? You sure did. The ones that my friends are naming, we had a name for all of those lists. What was the name for that list? In the glass. Do you remember? No. Back there.
I was just gonna say
You could drink water. Do you remember the list that was on?
that was no. I got chef's table. And
Phone a friend. The one next to you needs to know it.
Oh, I have one too.
You know it? You forgot. Who knows it?
Me.
Yeah? So yesterday. Calm down station. All right, dear campers, as you're going through your day, please let your counselors and campers know how you're using the Help Now station, what zone you were in, or if you moved to another one, or how you helped somebody else find their way back to the OK zone. Thank you so very much, campers and counselors, and I will